Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 best cities to visit in the United States 2024. You could spend a lifetime traveling America and not see all that's worth seeing, which makes coming up with the list of best cities in the USA a tough task. Every region is home to its own trip-worthy urban destinations that boast natural wonders, impressive architecture, and incredibly diverse restaurants. From coast to coast, we've rounded the cities that top our list of recommendations when plotting out your USA travel bucket list. New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco are obvious for a reason. They stand as American icons and offer endless must-see attractions. If you're looking for something even sexier, head to Las Vegas for gambling and pool parties, or Miami for rooftop vibes and beaches packed with some of the fittest people you've ever seen. To experience a taste of the South, there's bustling and historic New Orleans, filled with a celebration of culture and music every day of the week. At the same time, cities like Nashville offer Southern charm, live music, and hearty fare that will make you feel right at home. Whether you crave nightly live music to keep you dancing, are an art lover looking to explore galleries and museums, or are more interested in eating your way through town, our hand-picked selection of the best cities to visit in the USA has you covered. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 best cities to visit in the United States. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 best cities to visit in the United States. Number 10. Miami. Miami is vibrant in many ways that make it well worth a visit, from its colorful Art Deco architecture to its sun-drenched beaches to its neon-lit nightlife. Take a number of diverse cultures, add a strong dose of the arts and a splash of ocean water, and you have Miami. Looking at the fantastic art museums and the blossoming gastronomical scene, you might find it hard to believe that just a century ago, this colorful Floridian city was covered in swampland. Once developers rushed into the area, one of the most popular tourist destinations and spectacular city skylines in the country was born. Today, with South Beach before you and the Everglades behind you, you can walk through the bustling streets past historical homes with Spanish words and Caribbean music floating into your ears. This mini melting pot has preserved multicultural neighborhoods like famous Little Havana as enclaves for unique traditions to thrive. United, they form an electric network, Miami. Its reputation for vibrant nightlife and extravagant parties is realized in Miami Beach, a barrier island to the east of the mainland. Meanwhile, the down-to-earth city proper cultivates an artsy vibe. For a taste of Miami Beach, sign up for one of the city's best boat tours, where you'll be able to marvel at the glitzy skyline from the water on a boat tour or via parasail. Number 9. Charleston, South Carolina. As one of the smallest cities on this list, Charleston charms travelers with its small-town feel, rainbow-hued row houses and coastal setting. But don't let its size fool you, this fast-growing South Carolina city has its fair share of historic sites, activities, and food to keep you busy. Centuries-old mansions, Spanish moss-draped trees, spooky cemeteries, cobblestone alleys, in a word, Charleston. As you walk the gas lamplit streets at night and pass horse-drawn carriages, you just might think you've traveled back in time. But just because this South Carolina city is proud to celebrate its heritage doesn't mean it's stuck in the past. Charleston boasts innovative restaurants, interesting shops, contemporary art galleries, and the world-class Spoleto Festival USA. History pervades almost every aspect of the Holy City, from the majestic homes-turned museums to the landmarks that promote the city's role in United States history. History buffs can visit Fort Sumter to learn about the Civil War, Middleton Place to hear stories about the plantation owners and the enslaved Africans who worked for them, and Emmanuel AME Church to see where Martin Luther King Jr. once delivered a historic speech. Meanwhile, shopaholics looking for locally made goods should peruse the Charleston City Market, where they will find sweetgrass baskets woven in traditional gullah design, among other unique souvenirs. When you're ready for a day at the beach, the city's got you covered there, too. Several neighboring beach towns, including Sullivan's Island, Isle of Palm, and Folly Beach, offer sun, sand, and gentle waves. Number 8. Chicago. This Midwestern hub has industrial roots, but with its towering 19th-century architecture and glittering Lake Michigan running along its eastern edge, Chicago holds plenty of beauty. Since each Chicago neighborhood has its own strong identity, you'll never run out of things to see. Sports fans can surround themselves with baseball history in Wrigleyville, artsy types can explore the hip Wicker Park area, and sightseers keen on checking items off the list can head to Millennium Park or the museum campus. And with nightlife options ranging from live jazz venues to rooftop bars, you can continue your exploration well into the wee hours. Today, Chicago remains just as diverse, boasting a thriving arts scene, various shopping districts, and a cornucopia of eateries. First-time Chi-Town visitors are sure to have their eyes to the sky for at least a day or two. Chicago's skyscrapers and public art are absolutely worth admiring. Tag along on a Chicago architecture river cruise or pass a few hours in Millennium Park and you'll find yourself spending lots of time looking upward. For a bird's-eye perspective, head to Willis Tower's Skydeck Chicago or the John Hancock Center's 360 Chicago Observation Deck. After, dive headfirst into all the city has to offer, from exceptional museums to a thriving sports culture and deep dish pizza that takes delicious to whole new depths. Number 7. Seattle. Seattle has long been known for its coffee culture, grunge music, and propensity for rain, but in reality this Washington city offers a wide range of attractions and activities fit for any traveler. The Emerald City's Pacific Northwest locale means a plethora of forested hiking trails for outdoorsy types, while its position on Puget Sound allows for days of exploration with easy ferry boat rides to surrounding islands. Visitors can also take in the artsy side of Seattle at museums like Chihuly Garden and Glass, while foodies can get their fix at the buzzing Pike Place Market or the city's diverse restaurant options. If you're headed to the Emerald City and not up for strenuous outdoor activities, Seattle still offers plenty to do and see. Art lovers will appreciate the glass-blown pieces at Chihuly Garden and Glass as well as the works on display at the Seattle Art Museum. Maritime enthusiasts can explore the Hiram M. Chittenden locks and watch the ships putter by. Several of Seattle's best boat tours even offer an inside look at how the locks operate. Make time to switch gears from boats to brews on a visit here, too. The city boasts dozens of craft breweries and food markets, making it one of the best foodie destinations in the USA. Number 6. New Orleans. New Orleans is known for its European-style architecture, mouth-watering Creole cuisine, and all-around good-time vibes. Considered the birthplace of jazz, the city uses music from every crevice, whether it's blues, rock and roll, or zydeco. Music plays a key role in the backbone and spirit of New Orleans. While most people travel to the southern city for Mardi Gras, a carnival-type event that features masks, music, floats, and merriment, that's not the only party New Orleans hosts. Travelers will find plenty of events and festivals to attend year-round. Post-Hurricane Katrina, the city has had its share of environmental disasters, such as the BP oil spill and Hurricane Isaac, which made the rebuilding of New Orleans challenging, but the city has persevered. Over the past several years, major efforts have been made to restore the distinct districts. Today, Crescent City looks almost as good as new. Start your visit with a walking tour through the French Quarter, where colonial heritage and ghost lore still survive. From here, you can explore the major architectural sites before enjoying a hearty plate of jambalaya and a rowdy evening out. The city is also home to a bustling port. In fact, New Orleans is the 6th largest cruise port in the U.S. Cruisers can travel to Mexico, the Caribbean, or along the Mississippi River to Memphis, Tennessee, on a river cruise. Number 5. Washington, D.C. With its marbled monuments and high-profile politicos, Washington, D.C. has long been saddled with a reputation as a stuffy government-driven town. A city of southern efficiency and northern charm, as John F. Kennedy once described it, Washington is often seen by outsiders as slow and inefficient. But these days, our nation's capital is awash with a new energy, transforming itself into an exciting, faster-paced East Coast vacation destination. Although the government is still the sun around which this city orbits, the district also offers a host of renowned museums and interesting neighborhoods. And with an explosion of restaurants, cafes, boutiques, and clubs, D.C. has become a thriving cultural hub. You can choose a traditional D.C. adventure, filled with tours of classic attractions like the White House and the Washington Monument, the U.S. Capitol, and the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. And there's no better way to experience iconic D.C. than with a stroll around the tidal basin. Plan to visit in late March or early April, just in time for the National Cherry Blossom Festival, and you'll be rewarded with a canopy of beautiful pink blooms. But if you've already seen the national landmarks, get a feel for the city's more youthful ambience, highlighted by its urban neighborhoods, marquee art galleries, and vibrant farmers markets. While you'll only need a few days to see the city as you know it from your history book, it could take months to experience the Washington that today's locals know and love. Number 4. San Diego. San Diego's stunning shorelines and near-perfect weather give it a laid-back beach town vibe despite it being the second most populated city in California. This city embodies Southern California with popular outdoor attractions like La Jolla Cove, where you can view wildlife and dine at waterfront restaurants, and Balboa Park, where you can visit several museums and take in performance art. While its nightlife scene is far removed from the dizzying nightclubs of LA, San Diego offers plenty to fill your evenings, from rooftop bars to live music venues to craft breweries. Number 3. San Francisco. A jumbled collage of colorful neighborhoods and beautiful views, San Francisco draws those free-spirited types who have an eye for edgy art, a taste for imaginative cuisine and a zeal for adventure. It's really not surprising that songwriter Tony Bennett left his heart here. The city boasts jaw-dropping sights, world-class cuisine, cozy cafes, and plenty of booming nightlife venues. There's no shortage of ways to stay busy here. Spend an hour or two sunning yourself alongside sea lions on the bay, admiring the views of the city from Twin Peaks, or strolling along the marina. And for the quintessential San Franciscan experience, enjoy a ride on a cable car or hop on a boat tour for a cruise beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. Often described as Los Angeles' more refined northern cousin, cool and compact San Francisco takes the big city buzz exuded by its southern counterpart and melds it with a sense of small-town charm. Here, you'll discover a patchwork of culture flourishing throughout San Francisco's many vibrant quarters. Follow the crowds to the touristy Fisherman's Wharf area, which offers spectacular views of Alcatraz, before heading along the bay to the Presidio for a glimpse of the famous Golden Gate Bridge. But don't forget to save time for the Mission, the Haight, and the Castro for exposure to all of the different varieties of the San Francisco lifestyle. And when you're ready for a break from the city, join one of San Francisco's best wine tours for a relaxing day trip. Number 2. Honolulu. If you're torn between a beach vacation and an urban escape, choose a destination that offers both. Hawaii's capital arguably boasts some of the state's best beaches, including iconic Waikiki Beach, but Honolulu also offers plenty of history and culture. Attractions like Iolani Palace and the Bishop Museum showcase Hawaii's past, while traditions like a hideaway ceremony can connect you to its spirituality. Plus, epic treks like Diamond Head State Monument will keep active travelers busy. When you've worked up an appetite, Honolulu's exceptional food scene offers everything from traditional fare to French fine dining. Number 1. New York City. Cool, cosmopolitan, crowded, constantly evolving, the Big Apple blends big city splendor with small-town charm. Amid New York's iconic landmarks and towering skyscrapers, you'll experience a vibrant culture permeating each of the city's distinctive neighborhoods and boroughs. Follow trendsetters to the East Village in Brooklyn to check out indie boutiques, iconic bakeries, and trendy coffee shops. Afterward, peruse the racks of the sleek shops lining Fifth Avenue, admire the cutting-edge art collections at the MoMA and the Met, catch a memorable show on Broadway, or sit down for a meal at the latest IT restaurant. As the most populous city in the U.S., set at the forefront of food, fashion, and the arts, NYC requires stamina. But don't let the Big Apple's frenetic sights and sounds intimidate you from soaking up its grandeur. Enlist the help of a local to help you navigate it all. Wander through the concrete jungle and you'll discover roaring taxis zipping down bustling blocks, fast-paced pedestrians strolling past on their way to marquee galleries and trendy cocktail bars, and Times Square's neon lights flickering at all hours. And yet, the city's twinkling lights and chaotic corners also invite you to embrace every New York minute, explore every enclave, and create your own urban adventure. There are endless ways to spend your time in the city that never sleeps, but before you leave, stop and look around. What's here today will be transformed into something bigger and better tomorrow. So, which is your favorite cities among the top 10 best cities to visit in the United States? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite cities among the top 10 best cities to visit in the United States in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.